Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Kunle Ologe, marriage counselor, founder of the Marriage Seal Academy, and you are welcome to this beautiful Friday live. Every Friday, I come to you here delivering to you some nuggets on marriage that will help your own marriage to blossom, to grow, to be blissful, to be joyful, to be peaceful. And so I'm so excited to be here as ever. And I'm happy that you have joined me this morning. And let's see who is there in the comment section. Who has joined us? Who is there? Mr. Christian, how are you doing, sir? I greet you specially. Lily, I greet you. Mokwe, never missing anyone. I greet you too. And I know people are joining. And please, if you join, just say hi so that we know that you are actually here. So you're welcome, every one of you. Please confirm that you can hear me and you can see me clearly. Just confirm that. Hey, Chioma, how you doing? I see you. Yes, Chioma is here. Yes, Amokwe has shared the link. She has not even allowed me to say anything. She has already shared the link. Yes, like we always say, please invite 10 people, a minimum of 10 people. In Nigeria, today is public holiday. So people don't have the excuse. Everybody should be here. So bombard everybody's DM with the link to this session so that they can come and learn something that will help their marriage. And remember, like we always say, if the marriages around you are bad, your marriage is at risk. If the marriages around you are bad, your marriage is at risk. And I see you, Emily. I see you, Mr. Olaliko. How are you doing? Happy to have you here. I see you, Emmanuel. And oh, yes, my beautiful yellow wife is here live and direct. And that's the support that I need, the great support that carries me on. I see you, Lovett, and I see every one of you who is here. God bless you all. Happy to see you all here. And it's going to be a great delight. Today, we're talking about this beautiful topic, how to bring peace back into your marriage. How to bring peace back into your marriage. That is what we are discussing today. And I'm sure everybody likes peace. Everybody likes peace, right? Peace is something that nobody will say, well, I don't like. Everybody likes peace. Everybody likes, even the people, do you know that even the people that like trouble, they still sleep? What's sleeping? Is it not peace? If you are so trouble loving, you would not sleep at all. You just continue trouble, but you sleep, right? And when you want to sleep, most people would like to sleep in a quiet, gentle, peaceful place. So everybody likes peace. Everybody likes peace. Your wife, if you are here as a husband, likes peace. Your husband, if you are here as a husband, likes peace. Everybody likes peace. Please help me out. Let's just confirm, because this thing that I'm saying, I want to be sure that it's true. If you like peace, can you put it in the comment section? And I mean everybody who is listening to me right now. If you like peace, put it there. I like peace. You will find out that in a minute now, the entire the entire comment section will be full and filled with I love peace. Just put it there. I love peace. And yes, there we go. There we go. Everybody loves peace. There we go. I love peace. Yep. Everybody loves peace. Everybody loves peace. And there we go. There we go. There we go. So peace is a universal need. Peace is a universal need. Everybody loves peace. So if everybody loves peace, it means that in every marriage, peace is necessary. Peace is required. Peace is something that will give you joy. Do you know that a lot of the illnesses that are going around now as a result of stress. A lot of the stress as a result of a lack of peace, especially the peace at home. Everybody goes out every day. Husband goes out, wife goes out to go and hustle and make ends meet for the family. And you expect that when you come back home, you will at least have peace. But when you come back home and your marriage is not doing well, it will be filled with turbulence. That your return back home is a return to turbulence, anarchy, anger, battles, all of these things. None of them speak of peace. That's why talking about this topic, how to bring peace back in your marriage, is too important to be ignored. And I'm happy that everybody has joined me here. For those of you who are just joining, we already agreed that each person should invite 10 people. Send this link to your colleagues, to your siblings, to your parents, to your friends, to your church members. There's somebody around you that needs peace, because everybody likes peace. So send it to everybody. Minimum you can do 10. Now, marriage is a partnership. And in this particular partnership is unique because your partner becomes your strongest ally, your companion, your right-hand person, the person who you can rest on, who you can confide in, who you can share your troubles with. That is what marriage is supposed to bring to you. However, marriage is a journey, and marriage has seasons. How many of us have read this beautiful book, The 4 Seasons of Marriage? The 4 Seasons of Marriage. Let me see if I have my copy here. It's a beautiful book that every couple must have. The 4 Seasons of Marriage. Here's my own copy by Gary Chapman. It's a beautiful book. It lets you know that you can actually go through seasons in marriage. And it gives you seasons starting from the best season, which is summer, and moving to spring, which is lovely, and then fall, and then winter. Yeah, if you don't have this book, please get it. You can get it in any Christian bookshop. If you are here in Nigeria, in Abuja, you can get it at the Witty Minds bookshop, or any other bookshop all around the country and all around the world. It's a very common book, so get it. Look for it. The 4 Seasons of Marriage. So marriage goes through seasons, and we've read the book here at the Couples Conclave. Oh, sorry. Oops. I said here at the Couples Conclave. I just assumed that everybody here was a member of the Couples Conclave. I'm sorry for that assumption. At the Couples Conclave, we've read this book, especially for those of you who have been in the Couples Conclave for up to 4 years. I think we read this book 2 years ago in the Couples Conclave. And in case you are wondering what is the Couples Conclave, the Couples Conclave is that annual rejuvenation and accountability program of the Marriage Seal Academy. I'll tell you more about it before we conclude today. Back to what I was saying. Marriage goes through seasons. Marriage goes through seasons. And as it goes through seasons, if you are not conscious that your marriage is going through a particular season, you may not quickly do something about returning it to the ultimate season, which is the summer season. And in the summer season, everything is okay. Husband and wife are jiving properly together. They're in tune with one another. They're cooperating with one another. They're living a life of bliss. So once your marriage begins to move to the 2 negative seasons, the fall season and the winter season, you need to quickly know and bring it back to either the spring or the summer season. If you don't do this, you will find out that peace will soon leave your home. And every time you come home, your heart is beating. Do I have a weakness. Maybe you used to be a weakness. Maybe it's not happening now again. But do you remember those times that as you are coming home to meet your husband or your wife, your heart is beating? Because you don't know what next to meet. You don't know what next will happen. You don't know what next your husband will say or what your wife will say. You don't know what you will say that will trigger something in your spouse. Peace is a need of man. Even our Lord Jesus Christ is called the Prince of Peace. Because when you receive him as Lord and Savior, you have peace in your heart. Everybody may be outside, things may be happening. People don't even understand why you're always smiling. Why? You have peace, the peace that passeth all understanding inside you. You need that kind of peace in marriage. You need it. It will help you. You know, if you have peace in marriage, do you know that you will do well in other aspects of life? Yes. Once you have peace in your marriage, you do well at work. You do well even serving God. Yes, you do well serving God when you have peace in your marriage. Have you not noticed that when you don't have peace in your marriage, even to pray is a problem? You are weighed down with the thoughts of the things that are happening in your marriage, and you can't even pray. You can't. To sing praise unto the Lord becomes a chore. Why? Your heart is heavy. It's almost as if you are mourning, but you are not mourning the death of a person. You are mourning the death of a system. But thank God, there's resurrection, and a system can be resurrected. So, what are those things that take away peace in a marriage? The first thing that takes away peace in a marriage is a lack of effective communication. A lack of effective communication. Now, when your communication is not effective, you now don't know what to say, when to say what to say, and how to say what to say. And these three elements of communication eventually mess up the peace in your marriage. Communication is so important in marriage that without communication, you will find out that peace will go out of the window. So a lack of communication is a core reason why peace disappears from a marriage. Take a look at this scenario. So a husband becomes a problem when he doesn't tell his wife the things that he's planning for. And he's not telling his wife the things he's planning for because he doesn't know how to tell her. Perhaps in the past, he has told her some things, and her reaction to those things has made him, it scared him. And so he decides not to talk again about things. And eventually the wife gets to know, and it causes more rancor than peace. Take a look at this scenario again. A wife tries to sell an idea to the husband, but because the husband doesn't have good listening skills, the husband never really sits down to get the idea of what the wife is saying. And because he's not getting the idea, he always turns it down. And this makes the woman angry, and there's no peace in the house. We can go on and paint scenario upon scenario about how communication affects peace. Please get this book. What your spouse is not telling you. Now, in this book that I wrote, I broke down communication, and I gave the things that cause poor communication in marriage. And I helped in the book to educate on how you can make your communication right in marriage. Please get this book. It will do you good. What your spouse is not telling you. It was just launched in May of this year and it has sold thousands of copies all over already. Get this book, read it, digest it, and begin to work on the communication in your marriage. Look, without good communication in your marriage, you will struggle with everything else. You will struggle. And you will struggle with peace. You will struggle with peace. So, poor communication or a lack of effective communication is one thing that destroys peace in a marriage. The next thing we'll be looking at that destroys peace in a marriage is anger. Anger. Anger destroys peace in a marriage so fast. When a couple or one spouse is always angry, then there is a lack of peace in the home. You know that kind of spouse that we call Angry Birds? How many of you watched that cartoon, Angry Birds? You know, it started as a game and then they made it into a movie. You know, so the birds are always angry, right? Always angry. And I love the way they put the eyes and then the eyebrows, you know, looking down. They're always angry. That's why they're called Angry Birds. So, are you an angry bird in your home? Do little things spark up anger? You need to remember that if you allow anger to take control of you, it will mess up everything you say. And sometimes spouses have said the most terrible things to their spouses and has caused peace to leave the house. There are some people, peace has left the house 1 month, some 6 months, some 1 year, some 10 years, some 20 years. Peace gone because one spouse is always angry. One spouse is always angry. So ask yourself, and thank you for that question, Emily. Ask yourself, am I an angry bird at home? Am I the one who is always blowing off? Is my whistle, the kettle whistle on my head always blowing off every time? Even when my spouse is talking gently, I'm already angry. I'm already angry. Anger is a terrible thing. As a counselor of 14 years plus, I've seen that anger has destroyed so many marriages. So your spouse did something to you. Yes, we acknowledge that. So you got upset. Yes. You now got angry. Yes, we understand that anger is an emotion. But anger is an emotion that must be controlled. So before your anger now gets to resentment, you know, it graduates from being upset to being angry to being very angry, and until it reaches resentment. Resentment at that point in time, when you even see your spouse irritates you, and then there's no peace in the house. Why are you angry? What has your spouse done to you that you cannot forgive? I've heard some people in counseling, they'll come and tell me, I can never forgive my wife. I will never forgive my husband. Hello. And these people are Christians. Same people that Jesus Christ forgave. For all the rubbish that you did, and start thinking now as I'm talking, you know where you were before Christ found you. Or is it before you found Christ? Because Christ is always there. So before you found Christ, you know where you were. You know the things you did. You know the terrible things you did. Let's not start talking about it. I mean, evil things you did. And Christ forgave you. What right do you have not to forgive that husband of yours? What right do you have not to forgive that wife of yours? So anger is a terrible thing. We ran a course recently, anger management in marriage. If you didn't take that course, please go and take it. And stop saying this is the way I am. Those things don't speak well of you. The way you are is a terrible way, and you are proud to quickly say it at every point in time. That is the way I am. No. Don't Don't eulogize, don't praise bad behavior. It's bad behavior. Being angry always is bad behavior. Don't applaud it. Don't give an excuse for it. Don't explain it. Bad behavior is bad behavior. Bad behavior is bad behavior. So, anger messes up peace in a marriage. Number 3, infidelity. Infidelity is one of the things that messes up peace in a marriage. And every time there's infidelity, peace leaves the marriage. Because infidelity means you have taken what is meant for your spouse and you have given it to somebody else. So your spouse feels hurt, deeply hurt. The worst sin you can do, apart from killing your spouse, is to be unfaithful to your spouse. That's the worst sin you can commit. The only sin higher than being unfaithful is killing. And at that point, everything is ended. So infidelity removes peace from there. Please, I want to beg you, everybody that is listening to me, I want to beg you. Please remain faithful to each other. You see how my voice has come down? Because I'm begging you people, everybody who is listening to me right now, and this is a serious appeal, please be faithful to each other. Guard yourself so that infidelity doesn't come into your marriage, because infidelity is difficult to resolve. It's not impossible. And by the grace of God, I've helped many marriages all around the world to resolve the matter of infidelity. That's why once there's infidelity in a marriage, please, you must see a counselor. Don't say we have spoken about it and it's okay. No, you must see a counselor. I beg you, in the name of God, stay faithful to your spouse. Because once you are unfaithful to your spouse, it is difficult for your spouse to trust you again. By the way, infidelity is not only when you sleep with somebody of the opposite sex. When you have an emotional affair with that person, it also counts as infidelity. You are chatting, there's somebody you chat with, you know the kind of things you chat are inappropriate. Those are the only kind of things you should chat with your wife, with your husband. But you're there, chatting away. Please stop it. That's infidelity. So don't say, oh, well, I didn't sleep with the woman, I didn't sleep with the man, so, you are unfaithful. That's infidelity. Have you invited somebody? Is somebody here watching this because of you? If you've not yet invited somebody to watch this, then you are wrong. Remember, if the marriages around you are bad, your marriage is at risk. So send out this link right now as I'm speaking. Send it out to 10 people. As soon as you are done sending, put it there in the comment section and say, I have sent to 10 people. Send it to 10 people and tell them to please join now so that their marriage can be saved. Number 4 cause of a lack of peace in marriage is unforgiveness. Unforgiveness. And yes, unforgiveness is a thing. When you refuse to forgive your spouse. So yes, your spouse did something wrong. Maybe your spouse even did something terribly wrong, like cheat on you. And you hold on to it. You are not getting divorced, but you hold on to that thing. And every point in time, you are reminding your spouse. Your spouse feels guilty every day. And I see you, sir, say sent out. So Mr. Olalekon is the first person to send out this link to 10 people. I see you, sir. Great, great, great. Back to what I'm saying. Unforgiveness. You better learn to forgive. Because when you don't forgive, your spouse feels guilty all the time and your spouse doesn't have peace. For you, you are kind of happy. You say, yes, this man, I won't give him peace. Yes, this woman, I won't give him peace. However, that doesn't help you. It doesn't solve the problem. In fact, I say it's witchcraft. Unforgiveness is witchcraft. It's witchcraft. When you refuse intentionally, your spouse has done everything he or she is supposed to do. Has begged, has laid down, has bought you gift, has taken you out, has reported himself to everybody, has reported herself to everybody, has cooked your best meal for you, has done everything that she should normally do or he should normally do. But you have held on to that thing, and your spouse knows you've not forgiven him or her. That will chase peace away from the marriage. Are you an unforgiving husband? Are you an unforgiving wife? Your unforgiveness is part of what is causing a lack of peace. So yes, you may not be shouting in the house. There may be no fight. Nobody's throwing anything over the other person. Nobody's punching. Nobody's beating. But silence alone, and I mean the deafening silence of resentment, is a lack of peace. So some people will tell me, well, I didn't do anything again. No, I'm just not talking. So it's a sign of a lack of peace when you do that silent treatment, right? You ignore the person and behave as if the person does not exist in the house that both of you are living in. That silent treatment, that stonewalling, that takes away peace in the home. Have you forgiven your spouse for that thing he did to you, that she did to you? If you've not, please do. It even frees you. It frees your heart. Because when you hold somebody in your heart, you imprison somebody in your heart, you are part of the prison also. It was Asha that sang that even the jailer is also in prison, right? You know, that song of hers, Jailer. So as a jailer, you must be in prison also, because you can't leave. As you are tying someone down, locking somebody in and saying you won't leave this place, you too can't leave. So both of us are prisoners. The person, the prisoner, and the prison warden, we're all prisoners, stuck in the same place. That's how some of you have become prison wardens in your heart, stuck in your heart. They're in the same place with the person you have held captive. Lose him, lose her, and lose yourself. Did you hear what I said? This word alone, this one I just said, is going to help a lot of people. Lose your spouse from your heart. And I'm saying lose I'm saying lose as far forgive him or forgive her. And regain yourself. Very important. So we're now going to be looking at, there are many reasons that cause a lack of peace, and we can go on and on with that. But I'm sure you want to hear the things that now bring peace in a home. So let's look at what brings peace in the home. Before we do that, let's take a short water break. When we come back, we will be looking at what brings peace in the home. Watch this short clip as we take this. Don't go away. Stay here. We will be back immediately after this.
Really been helpful in our marital journey, and it has helped our communication, our understanding of each other better, and being more compassionate to one another.
Couples Conclave has been that community that has created a new culture, in our home, in our lives, in our marriage. Is it the conversations? Is it the task? And then there's the retreat. So many things
that make your marriage very exciting and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Couples Conclave, for helping us rediscover the love and connection that we once had when we met ourselves.
So I invite as many of you who are not yet Conclave.
We invite all of you that
in fact, all of you.
Hope to see you soon.
The Couples Conclave is that 11-month accountability and rejuvenation program of the Marriage Seal Academy. In this program, we bring couples together from all over the world to join hands, learn, and be taught on the things that you need to do to make sure your marriage is always on fire. It begins every year in January all through to November of the same year. We take a break in December and start again the next January. One of the things that you get to do in the Couples Conclave is that every single day there is a tip on marriage that is shared to all the couples. Every week we have a bonding activity that helps couples to come together and bond. Every month we give one master class on one particular aspect of marriage. And once every year, we have a physical retreat where we take ourselves to a resort and have a nice time for a few days. We've had retreats in Abuja, in Lagos, and we're going to have the next one in Uyo. Over the past 4 years that we have had this couples conclave, we've had a lot of testimonials from couples who come in as maybe fighters in some cases, and then they eventually become lovers because they've come to learn what it is that they have not known on marriage. There's so much that you can learn in marriage, and the couples conclave creates that community where you can come and create that culture of the right marriage, the way God ordained it to be. My name is Kunle Ologe, marriage counselor, founder of the Marriage Seal Academy, and I am the chief host of the Couples Conclave. Join us for the 2026 Couples Conclave program. Registration details are immediately after this. Please enjoy. All right, so you're welcome back. You are welcome back. And yes, that was a nice short break. I hope you caught that advert. The Couples Conclave is our annual program at the Marriage Seal Academy. And every year we start in January and we end in November of that year, and then start in January all over again. The Couples Conclave is the accountability and rejuvenation program of the Marriage Seal Academy. At the Marriage Seal Academy, we run this program to help couples to bond, to learn, to grow, to sustain their marriage. It's a community of like minds on marriage where we learn the culture of marriage. And as you know, when you are in any community, you start imbibing the culture of that community. So do you want a good marriage? Do you want that culture of a good marriage? Then come join us in the Couples Conclave. Join, the registration has started. Every year, registration starts mid-year and it closes on the 24th of December. By 24th of December, we close all our doors. So register today, register now, and come and get daily tips on marriage. So every morning on a weekday, you get a tip on marriage. You get weekly bonding activities. We help you to do something that is fun every week together because we know we live in a busy world. You have monthly master classes. So every month we give you one master class on marriage, teaching you about an aspect of marriage that will help your marriage to grow. Bi-monthly, we read books on marriage and we review those books on marriage. Once every quarter, we have a gender conference, or we have two gender conferences, the male, that's the men's conference, and the women's conference. And in the Couples Conclave, the men and the women, they have those separate conferences to learn how to be better as a man and how to be better as a woman in your home. And you get discounts on most of our courses. So we run a lot of courses. Every bi-monthly, we run a course on marriage. And as a member of the Couples Conclave, oh, by the way, we call ourselves Conclavites. As a member of the Couples Conclave, you get to pay just a percentage of what everybody else in the world is paying. And that's wonderful, trust me. Even for counseling, you get to pay a percentage, 50% off of what you pay if you are not in the Couples Conclave. And one very exciting thing is once every year we go on a physical couples retreat. So every other thing I have mentioned is virtual, and that's why people join us from all over the world. But once every year, we give an opportunity for all the conclavites who can come to meet myself and my wife, and we go on a retreat together, a 4-day retreat together somewhere in a beautiful resort in a city somewhere. We've done retreats in Abuja, in Lagos. This year, we're doing our retreat in the beautiful city of Uyo. and it's open to conclavite. So these are the things that you get in the couples conclave and much more. Oh, by the way, as members of the couples conclave, you get direct contact with me, which means you can chat me up and I am obligated to respond to you, because that is the community, the main community that we run. So join us in the couples conclave. I'm sure there are some conclavites who are here. We call ourselves conclavite. So if you're a conclavite and you're here, as usual, as we do it, just put it there in the comment section. I'm a proud conclavite, so the world can see. So join us in the couples conclave. We look forward to welcoming you to the couples conclave for 2026. Now, let's move on with our class for today, the session we're having today. So how do you now bring peace back into your marriage? Let's look out for some ways. Number one, start with self-reflection. Start with self-reflection. A lot of times we're pointing fingers out, but we're not looking at our own faults. You keep pointing your fingers out to your spouse, complaining about what he is doing wrong, what she is doing wrong, but you never point your finger to yourself, talking about what you are doing wrong. So you must start with self-reflection. You know, it was Jesus Christ that said, remove that big log in your eye before you try to remove the speck in your brother's eye. That's what we teach at the Couples Conclave. That's what we teach at the Marriage Seal Academy. First, clean your own cobwebs before you try and clean somebody else's own. Do you know sometimes people come to me for counseling, and the person who brought the case, that's the person who insisted and said that the spouse is doing the wrong thing, at the end of the day, we find out that that person is the person actually doing the wrong thing. But because we hardly look at ourselves, we quickly want to throw the blame on the other person. Whereas there are things that we do that are wrong. So do some introspection, start with self-reflection. What am I doing that is also triggering this annoyance, this fights, this lack of peace in my home? What is my own contribution? My own contribution. It takes humility to do this. And that's why proud people never admit wrong. So if you are one of those who will never admit you are wrong, take it from me. Pride is working in you, and you need to work against it, because that pride will mess your marriage up. Learn to admit wrong and say, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. That's the first step. Self-reflection. I know I begin to see all the conclavites coming out. Hi, Cordelia, proud conclavite. Hi, Mercy, proud conclavite. Hi, Loka, proud conclavite. Dr. Ayo, proud conclavite. Are these the only conclavites? Where are the conclavites? Put it in the comment section. Let's celebrate ourselves. We are proud to be conclavites because our marriages do better in the conclave. So we are proud people, happy that we have been putting ourselves together in marriage and building our marriage as proud conclavites. And hi, Mokwe, where are the men? Hello, where are my brothers? Please don't let the women go beyond you. Also put it there in the comment section. Let us see you. I know you are here. I know you are quietly listening as you always do, but let us see you today. Okay? And hi, Mokwe. Hi, Emily. Hi, Rosita. How you doing? All right. So let's continue. We will be acknowledging you as you say you are a proud conclavite while we continue. So I have said that the first thing you need to do is you need to start with self-reflection. This is too important. You can't run away from it. Self-reflect. Look inwards. There is something you are doing. And if you don't know what you are doing, please be humble enough to ask your spouse. Did you hear what I just said? If you don't know what you are doing wrong, be humble enough. Your spouse has not told you because you are not yet humble. Hi, Kristen, I see you. Hi, Amarachi, proud conclavite. Hi, Mr. Musa. Sonny, my brother, how you doing? The men are now talking. Hi, Pearl, how you doing? Beautiful. So I have said that if you don't know what you are doing wrong in your marriage, please call your wife, call your husband, sit down, buy food, drinks, sit down at a restaurant, relax. Ask your spouse, please, can you list to me the things that I'm doing that is not allowing peace in this home? But before you do that, be prepared for the answer. Because I've asked some people to do this before, and when their spouse now tells them, they now start shouting, how can you say I don't do this? How can you say I do this? How can you say, how can you say, how can you say? No. Prepare yourself for the answer. And that's why you need humility. And I see you, Edith. How you doing? It's been a while. You need humility. You know, I worked in the bank for 18 years of my life. And the last 6 years, I was a branch manager, managing a branch of one of the biggest banks in Africa. And when I had done 1 year of branch management, I saw the need for appraiser. Now, I'm the one who appraises everybody in my branch. So everybody in my branch is appraised by their unit heads. The unit heads send it to me, and then I do the final appraisal, right? But I needed my people to appraise me. And so I called them into during a general meeting, and I said, I need appraisal from everybody. Please tell me what I am doing wrong or what I am doing right. And of course, I could see people, giggling and saying, no, we can't do that. And I understood what the problem was. I understood that because I'm the one who appraises them, of course, everybody will be afraid to appraise me. And, so I said, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody sit on your system. Use a particular font. In fact, I remember, I think I chose Arial 12 or thereabout. Use Arial 12 to type your own appraiser. Don't put your name, don't put nothing. No heading, no footer. Just type, these are the things you do right. These are the things you do wrong. And then send it to my secretary's printer so that you're not even the one, you're not bringing it so that we see who brings it. Just send it to my secretary's printer. He can't know who sent it, because I know that his system doesn't have that capacity to be able to trace where it came from. So send it to my secretary's printer. He will just gather it and bring it to me. And they agreed, and they sent it. My God. I thought I was a wonderful leader. When they finished appraising me, I saw I had a lot of flaws. Of course, as a human being, it pricked me, because I was like, wow, you mean somebody will say this about me? How can they say I am this? How can they say I don't? Somebody even wrote that I don't show care. And I was like, my God, with everything I do for these people, but I had to bring myself under and say, you asked for this appraiser, so you got to have it. So I eventually started working on those things that they told me. 1 year later, and I see you, Wemimo. How you doing? Mother of triplets. How you doing? Nice having you here. And I see you also, Eddie. How you doing? Nice having you here, Uzezi Eddie. Great. Now, I worked on the things that they told me that were flaws. 1 year later, I did another appraisal. You know what? It came out better. In fact, I suspect that the person that said that I didn't show care actually now wrote that now I see you showing care. I eventually got to know the person, because the person, came to me with a conversation, and the person said, why I say you don't show care is because when we are ill, you never call us. Our unit heads call us, but you don't call us directly. You know the truth? It's not that I didn't care. I was the one who used to mandate the unit heads to say, have you called this person? But I never called, so they never knew I cared. So they were right. I didn't care. So I started calling. So please, I beg you, everybody should ensure that you do some introspection. It will help you. It will help you. And hi, Lily. How you doing? Nice having you here. Let's look at the next thing you need to do to bring peace back into your home, because we've all agreed that we need peace in our home. So what's the next thing you need to do? You need to revive honest conversation. Revive honest conversation. Honest conversation is when you and your spouse sit down and you are open to each other. Revive it. There are a lot of marriages that don't have honest conversations. Yes, you are not being honest to each other. Each person is just lying to the other. But have honest, revive it. And you revive it by first, because you may be the one who is hindering it. After you do that self-reflection, you may see that I'm the one who has been stopping honest conversations. So come back and tell your spouse, let's talk. One of the ways we do it in the couples conclave is by having the marriage dinner. Have the marriage dinner. That's why you must be in the couples conclave. There is too much for you to learn. So have what we call marriage dinner. A marriage dinner is a meeting you have with your spouse once every month. So you and your spouse, you sit down. You know that you are going to have that meeting. So it's not something that somebody gets offended and stands on. No, you've already both agreed that on this day every month we will have this marriage dinner. Just two of you. It's not family. It's not the family meeting. That's different. Family, everybody. But marriage dinner is just you and your spouse. Sit down, have a marriage dinner, and talk to each other. Have honest conversations. That way, you won't have things lingering. You don't have things lingering. The next thing you need to do, number 3, is practice forgiveness and letting go. Practice forgiveness. If you are truly a Christian, if you are listening to me right now, you are truly a Christian, then you should know how to forgive. Because Jesus Christ forgave you. I don't know about you, but I know the things I was before I gave my life to Christ. And he forgave me for all the things I was. He forgave you also. So why won't you forgive your spouse? You can't hold on. There are other people you have offended also in this world. Imagine if everybody holds you in their heart saying that I won't forgive you. That unforgiveness by now would have killed you, even if you don't know them. The weight would have killed you. You'd have made enemies everywhere. But people are forgiving you for things that you've done. Please forgive your spouse. Practice it with the little things. Then move on to the bigger things. And no, I'm not encouraging bad behavior. I'm not saying what your spouse has done is bad, including infidelity. I'm not saying it's good. They are bad. But they are human beings also. And they've made mistakes. And they've come to apologize. Now, for somebody here, you may say, well, how come that they do the things over and over again? Because they've not been renewed. Even Paul in the Bible said that you need a renewing of your mind. So you may have given your life to Christ, but your mind is not yet renewed. And it's things like this that help renewal. That's why I said invite everybody, including your spouse. If your spouse is not here, invite him or her to join from wherever he is or wherever she is, so that they can begin to hear how things are supposed to be. Do you know some people don't know that marriages can be good? Because they came from homes where marriages were bad. So they just assume anything that now happens in their own marriage, they just assume, well, that's how marriage is. So they're not even working at making it better because they don't know. So put them into that knowledge. Bring the knowledge to them. Let them learn. So practice forgiveness and letting go. Number 4, rebuild emotional and physical connection. Rebuild emotional and physical connection. You know, some of those things that are missing, like holding of hands, hugging. Do you hug each other? In the morning when you wake up, do you hug each other? My wife reminded me one time that, I just noticed that you've not hugged me in the morning for 1 or 2 days. I said, my God, I didn't realize that. I gave her full hug, hugging machine. Do you hug each other? Do you hold each other's hands when you are walking? Husband, do you hold your wife in your arm while you are watching a movie? Do you play with your legs? You're sitting down and then, you're just rubbing your feet against each other and tickling each other. Do you have romantic dinners? Do you say, I love you to your spouse? All these things are little things. They look little. In fact, some people are even annoyed by it. Some spouses say, come on, we're not kids. Why would we be doing this? No, you are kids to each other. When it comes to play, right? You're kids to each other. Learn to play. Learn to touch. Learn to be romantic. Say nice things to each other. Write each other love notes. Bring the romance back. Rebuild your emotional and physical connection. Shake the marriage bed. The conclavites understand what I'm saying, right? Conclavites, are you here? Shake the marriage bed. Shake it very well. It's meant to be shaken. All of these are part of rebuilding emotional and physical connection. Number 5, set boundaries against external influences. Set boundaries against external influences. External influences include family, friends. Everybody that is not your spouse is external. What boundaries have you set to stop these influences? Because some of them can influence you negatively. Accept the positive influence because they are supposed to influence you positively. Family, friends, and all of that, colleagues, they're supposed to influence you positively. So accept the positive ones. The negative ones, put boundaries around yourself to block them out. Put boundaries around yourself to stop infidelity. You do that by writing a fidelity plan, what we call a fidelity plan. How many of you have fidelity plans written out? Let me even ask. I know the conclavites have. But let me just ask, whether you're a conclavite or not a conclavite, how many of you have written your fidelity plan? And if you don't know what a fidelity plan is a set of rules that you've written for yourself that keep you faithful. How many of you have your fidelity plans written? I mean written, not in your head. If you have it, please type it there in the comment section. I have my fidelity plan written. If you don't have it, type it there in the comment section. I do not yet, I put yet because we know you are going to. I do not yet have a fidelity plan written. I want everybody to respond to me, please, in the comment section, because when you respond that you have not yet done it, it helps you to remember to do it. That's why I'm asking you to say it. Okay, it's a form of affirmation. In this beautiful book of mine that has sold thousands of copies all around the world, this beautiful bestseller, Building Your Marriage Plan, I wrote how you can write your fidelity plan and 12 other plans. So in all, there are 13 plans that you must write for your marriage. Both husband and wife must sit down, build your marriage plan together so that you have a plan, a complete plan for your marriage. If you've not yet done that, please get this book. You can get it online. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on our online store. We have distributors also all around the world that have the physical copies of our book. Reach out to the numbers that are scrolling on your screen. They will tell you how to get with whatever location you are in. Get it, write your fidelity plan and all the other plans. And I can see people's thank you for being honest. I don't yet have my fidelity plan. So please go ahead and write it. I have my fidelity plan. Beautiful. So follow it. I don't yet have a fidelity plan. Thank you for your honesty. Please go ahead and write it and encourage your spouse to write it. I don't yet have a fidelity plan. Please write it, you and your spouse. Not yet written. Please, I know you have it in your head, sir, because you are a conclavite. So naturally you have it in your head, but write it. There's something that something written does. So thank you for being honest, sir. Please go write it. And for everybody else, please write your fidelity plan so that you set boundaries. Okay, number 6, choose unity over pride. Choose unity over pride. Some of you have told you before, you are too proud, and your pride and your arrogance is killing your marriage. Your pride is not even allowing you to apologize when you do the wrong thing. Your pride is making you stiff-necked. like the children of Israel when they were in Egypt, stiff-necked, or when they were in the wilderness. Please choose unity over pride. Think of this thing that I'm not going to say or I'm going to say. How does it help the unity of our marriage? If it doesn't help, then drop it. That insult that wants to come out of your mouth, please remove it. Stop it. Don't say it. That thank you that you are supposed to say, please say it. Even if it's for the most minute thing, say it. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for washing the dishes. Thank you for doing the laundry. Thank you for cooking. Thank you for bringing some money home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do this and don't allow pride to kill the unity. Very, very important. Finally, number 6, seek help when it is necessary. Seek professional help when it is necessary. I cannot overemphasize this. When you have tried all you can and you don't know what else to do in your marriage, please sit down and seek professional help. By professional help, I mean go for counseling. Counseling is not a death sentence. Counseling doesn't mean you're mad. Counseling means you need somebody to give you perspectives. That's what a counselor does. Sits down, listens to husband and wife, and helps you to gain some perspective on what the other person is saying, what the other person is thinking, what the other person is doing, and how both of you can now work together to make your marriage good. Book for counseling. It will help you. This year alone, I've counseled over 150 couples. I'm one of the counselors that does the most number of counselings in the world. 100, you know what that means? That translates to 150 couples. This is different from classes that I give, courses that I run one-on-one. So I run a lot of one-on-one courses, that I run. This is outside all of that. I'm talking about just counseling. People bringing their problems and us talking. I've done over 150. I do counseling every day, including today. Once I'm done today, from 1 p.m., I start my counseling sessions. So ensure that you come for counseling. One counseling session can turn your marriage around. Do I have a weakness here? Are there people who came just once and their marriage just turned around? One counseling session can turn your marriage around. So please don't run away from it. Embrace it. Come for counseling. We'll talk about your marriage and we will eventually make headway for your marriage. It's been so nice talking to every one of you. I'm happy to have been here today. It's been a lovely, lovely, nice time here at Friday Live. And I hope that everybody got something from today, from today's live. If you didn't get something, please go back and watch this again and again and again, because peace can return to your house. Yes, peace can. Peace can envelop your house and lift your house to greater heights, heights that you didn't even imagine that you could reach. I've been married for 16 years. The peace that my wife and I have consciously created, because you have to consciously create it, the peace we have consciously created has lifted our marriage to where it is today, and we are still continuing. We're not stopping. The lifting continues. We continue to move forward. We continue to get better. We continue to work stronger. You too can do the same. Make sure you are intentional about making your marriage work. My name is Kunle Ologe, marriage counselor, founder of the Marriage Seal Academy, and I look forward to talking to you again next Friday at another Friday Live. Remember that you have questions on marriage, please, you can send them to the numbers that are scrolling on your screen, and they will direct you appropriately as to what to do. Also, follow us on all our social media platforms, the Marriage Seal Academy. We're here on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. You can also follow me, Kunle Ologe too, Kunle Ologe, on Facebook. So follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, also Kunle Ologe, and we can continue to learn marriage together. Don't forget, the Couples Conclave, like we told you, is a community that every married person must join. And you will really see the joy that will come to your marriage once you join. This is where I'm going to leave you and see you again next Friday. God bless you. Watch the clip again about the couples conclave and see you registering there. Bye for now.
Really been helpful in our marital journey, and it has helped our communication, our understanding of each other better, and being more compassionate to one another.
Couples Conclave has been that community that has created a new culture, you know, in our home, in our lives, in our marriage. Is it the conversations? Is it the task? And then there's the retreat. So many things
that make your marriage very exciting and a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Couples Conclave, for helping us rediscover the love and connection that we once had when we met ourselves.
So I invite as many of you who are not yet conclave.
We invite all of you that
in fact, all of you.
Hope to see you soon.
The Couples Conclave is that 11-month accountability and rejuvenation program of the Marriage Seal Academy. In this program, we bring couples together from all over the world to join hands, learn, and be taught on the things that you need to do to make sure your marriage is always on fire. It begins every year in January all through to November of the same year. We take a break in December and start again the next January. One of the things that you get to do in the Couples Conclave is that every single day there is a tip on marriage that is shared to all the couples. Every week we have a bonding activity that helps couples to come together and bond. Every month we give one master class on one particular aspect of marriage. And once every year we have a physical retreat where we take ourselves to a resort and have a nice time for a few days. We've had retreats in Abuja, in Lagos, and we're going to have the next one in Uyo. Over the past 4 years that we have had this Couples Conclave, we've had a lot of testimonials from couples who come in as maybe fighters in some cases, and then they eventually become lovers because they've come to learn what it is that they have not known on marriage. There's so much that you can learn in marriage, and the Couples Conclave creates that community where you can come and create that culture of the right marriage, the way God ordained it to be. My name is Kunle Ologe, marriage counselor, founder of the Marriage Seal Academy, and I am the chief host of the Couples Conclave. Join us for the 2026 Couples Conclave program. Registration details are immediately after this. Please enjoy.
Couples Conclave is a place